My name is Jeremy Levine. I've been a strength and conditioning coach and performance training specialist for nearly 15 years now. I'm an exercise physiologist, and I've been working with amateur, collegiate, professional level, and Olympic level athletes. For the past 12 years, I've really immersed myself into the military environment. I've had the unique opportunity to work with some of the most elite forces throughout the world, to include U.S. Navy SEALs, Army Rangers, and British Special Forces. Once we were already at an elite level of training, I wanted to integrate more tools to get us to peak levels and peak performance training that would be very unique to the program. And in 15 years of training, I've tried everything. One thing that had a huge impact was the Smart Belt. Integrating the Smart Belt into our training programs gave us a platform that I really wasn't getting from any of the other tools, because it seemed to kind of integrate everything into one three-dimensional package that I wasn't getting from all other tools. There's three planes of motion that the body will actually move in. Okay, we'll move in the sagittal plane, which is forward to back. We have a frontal plane movements, which are side to side, and then we have transverse plane movements, which are our rotation movements. We want to use tools that will drive the body in that. So when we want to enhance movements with rotation, the main thing is to enhance those movements so that we can turn on those different areas of the body. So like in throwing sports, a proper throw really actually starts in the ankle joint, and you got to get a proper three-dimensional movement and a proper range of motion in the ankle joint, or at the end of the throw we may get a stress at the shoulder. So when you think about types of warm-ups and how to integrate something like a Smart Belt into three-dimensional movement, we start thinking about how to set the body up so that it subconsciously develops three-dimensional movement patterns. When I first picked up a Smart Belt, you can do the standard moves, and there's a 10-core routine that you can do with that. And after you pick it up, you do a couple swings, as my mindset was after a few turns with the Smart Belt. I picked it up, I looked at it, I looked at the inventor. He's an Olympic wrestler, okay? So on that side, I'm like, okay, this guy must know something about movement, and he must know something about rotational movement, because wrestling is a core-driven sport and it's a hip-driven sport. Okay, so if we have something that drives us in rotation, that also has some type of centrifugal force and circular motion to it, but we don't want to create range of motion without stabilizing the joint. In order to stabilize a joint, you have to strengthen it after you create the range of motion. Why not do them at the same time? So as you accelerate and move and open up in a pattern, maybe you start here, but to open up at the shoulders, I'm accelerating, okay, increasing my range of motion, but at the same time, my body also has to deal with decelerating and strengthening the muscles at the same time, so I get flexibility, stability, and mobility. Smart Belts really had an impact and made a difference in my training systems and programs to date.